These scooters, though, were mostly just retail scooters that people were importing from China. It was Tencent executive Brad Bao who had the idea of dumping these lithium-ion battery bombs on every available street corner.
Lime started with the vision of making our urban living much more livable. Lime has been devoted and committed to that vision.
Founding Lime Scooter with Toby Sun in 2016, the San Francisco-based company started up with close ties with Chinese manufacturers. And Brad himself is actually a pretty rad guy, as he's happy to tell you that he came up with the idea for Lime during a vision quest at Burning Man.
Burning Man has a lot of influence on me. There's no judgment, there's no money, rather that everyone peacefully together to make something magical happen.
It's also a high-density environment. 70,000 people and there's no car. It's just mind-blowing.
And I can see where Brad's coming from here. E-scooters are definitely a convenient way to traverse a flat, roadless desert on the search for some stinky festival box. But could they also be used on short city trips? Brad thought so. And so he dumped his first fleet of Lime e-scooters on Santa Monica streets in 2018. But they already had competition. By the time Lime arrived, birds were already crowding Santa Monica like some kind of Hitchcockian nightmare. Both companies launched in LA's tourism and homelessness hotspot as they saw the transport opportunity in a city without a center. And Bird CEO, Travis van der Zandem, had a bold stratagem. Surely he who had the most scooters would inevitably become the scooter king.
We would import these retail scooters off of Alibaba, and our team actually was hand soldering the GPS units that would go on top of the scooters in the actual WeWork, and we started with 10 out in front of the WeWork in Santa Monica, and people loved them, so every day we would scramble to hand solder more and get them out.
Bird's first flock of e-scooters, though, didn't survive the mean streets of Santa Monica for long, with an average unit lasting all of 30 days. Regardless, Uber and Lyft smelt the stink of opportunity, quickly assembling their own brands and dumping them on Santa Monica's scooter-ridden streets too, where some citizens had finally had enough.
I've been hit twice. I've got 2 herniated discs in my neck.
I stepped out and one slammed right into me.
Basically, pedestrians have become the bowling pins of Santa Monica.
The city quickly limited the number of scooters allowed on the ground and gave preference to these new rideshare-backed competitors. Bird and Lime protested by making their scooters inaccessible during the vote to restrict their service.
Hector Bellows found out. No. He eventually got this notice that all of Santa Monica is a no-ride zone.
Yeah, that's right. We live in a world where the machines will actually go on behalf of their startup owners. It also really begs the question, can they turn off the scooters while the ride goes? If I was CEO, I'd have a big red button. Not so impressive. I would just get off on the power. Techno gives a sign the scooters were actually 2.6 million e-scooter and e-bikes taking Santa Monica in a single year, and they were mostly being used for short, work-related trips. Boosted by this success, scooters were soon lining up eventually downtown and beyond. But will they work in viable public transport, or where you can walk places and stuff? Well, they were going to have to in further line of the $5 valuations they received after only 1 year. This forced Bird and Lime to expand to other cities and countries as quickly as possible. But wherever the scooters landed, they were met with, let's say, mixed responses. Half a dozen copycats migrated north to San Francisco, they quickly overwhelmed the city's puny, pedestrian-friendly sidewalks, forcing the city to ban e-scooters in May 2018, and only to bring them back in severely restricted numbers.
Yeah, they're definitely a menace. Like, have some decency, like, move it to the side.
While the scooters were banned in San Francisco, they were flying free in the neighboring city of Oakland. The problem was that they were flying straight into Lake Merritt, with the city fishing 60 fallen e-scooters out of the lake in October 2018 alone. Regardless, Lime and Bird both made it across the Atlantic in 2019, landing in the French city of Marseille, an attractive scooter dumping ground thanks to its large size and its year-round